Hey, what's up, Nerd Squad? We're back with another NFL video. Before I get started, I'm here with my good friend, the sports influencer.
What's going on, everyone?
So we are going to be doing the 2020 NFL Draft winners, and then on his channel, we're going to be doing the 2020 NFL Draft losers. So make sure to subscribe to him. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below, and let's jump right into it. I'll be kicking it off with number 5. I chose the New York Jets. I thought they completely nailed their first 3 picks. I had Mekhi Becton as the number 1 tackle in the whole draft. I had Denzel Mims as a first rounder. I had Ashton Davis as an early second rounder. So bunch of steals right off the bat. I thought they reached a little bit on James Morgan. I thought they could have taken him in like the 5th or 6th round. But then getting Bryce Hall in the 5th round was an absolute steal. So very good draft for them. I think it's a pretty underrated draft.
I picked the Vikings. First of all, Justin Jefferson at pick 22. I think he's going to add some electricness to this team. So a great option for Kirk Cousins. Jeff Gladney, a guy I thought was underrated. Great pick, great positional need there. Ezra Cleveland, again, buffing up that offensive line perfectly. Another cornerback, I like that. We're getting a quarterback, the backup, hopefully, for Kirk Cousins and Nate Stanley. And yeah, perfect draft for the Minnesota Vikings. If I was a Vikings fan, I'd be very happy about this draft. Good job to the GM.
Yeah, I definitely thought they completely nailed this draft. I don't really see any particularly bad pick there. I think it was a great draft for them. Jumping right on into number 4, I'll actually let sports influencer kick this one off.
So I picked the New York Giants. Andrew Thomas, in my opinion, is the most NFL ready offensive tackle. You know, he didn't let up a sack in this last year of college, which is, just perfect for Daniel Jones. The right pick for Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. Xavier McKinney, probably the steal of the draft, in my opinion. The number 1 safety rated in this year's draft. He's just the perfect fit for this Giants team. Did not expect them to get him, but I am just so happy with this pick here. Matt Peart going again, offensive line. That offensive line, as shown last year, needs a ton of work, so I like that pick. We go Cam Brown, linebacker. I've heard a lot of good stuff from him at Penn State. And really, they got all their positional needs perfectly. Darnay Holmes, a steal in the 4th round. I think he could add some competition to that secondary. And really just an all-around great draft for the New York Giants. Very proud of what this team can do, and I really think they have a bright future.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I actually had Xavier McKinney as a mid first rounder and Matt Peart as a late second rounder. So they definitely got big steals there, and I think they nailed the Darnay Holmes pick. I was really high on Shane Lamo. He got picked a lot later than I expected, so another steal there. At number 4, I actually had the Carolina Panthers. I don't think I've ever been this excited about one of the Panthers drafts. Um, in the past, we've had really good first round picks, but never just a consistently really good full draft. I was really high on Derek Brown. Panthers desperately needed a powerful defensive lineman. They also powered up the edge with Yetur Gross-Matos. And then Jeremy Chin, I actually had him as an early second rounder to even a late first rounder. Really high on him, really high on Troy Pride Jr. I felt like Kenny Robinson was pretty underrated. I think the Panthers nailed this draft. So let's go ahead and jump right
Yeah,
into number 3.
most definitely nailed this draft. Now you want to do number 3?
Yeah. So at number 3, I actually picked the New York Giants. I felt like they had a slightly better draft than the Panthers, but they nailed all their picks. I wasn't quite as high on Andrew Thomas as I was, as Mekhi Becton and and even Tristan Wirfs, but I definitely think he'll have the lowest ceiling, but definitely the highest floor. I think it was the safest pick here. And again, I'm very high on Xavier McKinney, and I think they had an overall great draft.
Yeah, it's really a toss up between the top 4 offensive tackles Again, it's really any of them. I think that you'll end up with a Pro Bowl offensive tackle. My number three, I have the Ravens. I think they had a very good draft positional need wise. They got Patrick Queen, who I think could be the face of this defense in the future. He's on the smaller side of linebackers, but man, he's just an all around great linebacker. I think he could lead this defense. J.K. Dobbins at pick 55. I think that's the perfect pick. Mark Ingram's getting old. J.K. Dobbins is the future of this offense. Justin Madubuike, a guy who I think is a steal at pick 71. Great run stuffer there. Devin DuVernay, a guy who I love. I've talked a lot about him on my channel. I love him. I think at pick 92, that's the right spot to get a guy like him. Really, I think they went positional wise. They went perfect on this draft. I think there's nothing that they really went wrong with. Going guard 2 times in a row, perfect. Really just an all-around perfect draft for this Baltimore Ravens team. I think this team could, repeat what they did last year, hopefully lead themselves to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That Patrick Queen pick was absolutely perfect. I thought he was going to be taken before 28. They just sat back and let him fall into their laps. Great pick. I was kind of questionable on the J.K. Dobbins pick because, I mean, I didn't think they really needed a running back all that bad. I feel like they had a bigger need at wide receiver.
Yeah.
I thought there were better wide receivers available, including Denzel Mims, which fell into the Jets' lap. I was really high on Malik Harrison. I definitely think they had a great draft. Wouldn't quite call it perfect, but had a lot of very safe picks and a lot of great picks that fit their scheme. So let's
Yeah,
go ahead and jump right
that's fair.
into number two. I'll let Sports Influencer
All
kick
right.
this one off.
So my number two is actually the Carolina Panthers. Derek Brown, I love this pick. A lot of people had him as the number one prospect going into the draft before the combine. You really can't hold the combine on anyone. I think Derek Brown's the right pick. He's going to be the electric part to this defense that they were missing. Now, without Luke Kuechly, Yetur Gross-Matos, the fact that he fell to pick 38, I don't think Panthers fans should be at all mad that they didn't take a wide receiver or anything. I think at pick 38, perfect pick for Yetur Gross-Matos. I love Yetur Gross-Matos out of Penn State. I think that he's going to do perfect for this Panthers team. Again, buffing out the defensive line. Jeremy Chin, safety. The NFL nerd said it. I mean, that was just a phenomenal pick. Projected early in the second round. Some maybe even had him in the late first round. I just love everything about Jeremy Chin, and he's going to make this secondary hopefully very, very good. Again, with this Troy Pride pick, another phenomenal pick. Then going secondary again, and then that Bravion Roy pick. The Matt Rule connection to him, I think that he's going to get a lot more snaps than people think. So, yeah, a very, very good draft. My number two draft goes to the Panthers.
Yeah, I was really high on both the Jeremy Chin picks and the Troy Pride pick. Troy Pride has 4.3 speed. I think he has the potential to be one of the fastest defensive backs in the league. And Jeremy Chin, I looked at him as a slightly less electric Isaiah Simmons. I thought that was an absolute steal.
Yeah, phenomenal
Um,
pick.
yeah, I thought it was great. Jumping into my number two, I actually put the Minnesota Vikings. Now, just gonna say right now, the Minnesota Vikings absolutely pissed me off during this draft. Um, I was really hoping that Jeff Gladney would fall to the Panthers in the second round, but unfortunately, the Vikings snagged him up. I was also hoping that Cam Dantzler would fall to us in the third or fourth round. Again, the Vikings snagged him up. Again, with James Lynch, I was hoping he'd fall to us. Vikings snagged him up. So they did a lot that definitely frustrated me there, but they completely nailed this draft. I don't think they had one bad pick. Their first four picks were absolutely phenomenal. Really high on James Lynch and Troy Dye as well. I thought they got a lot of good depth players in the late rounds as well. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into number one. And we finally come to an agreement here, and we
Yup.
both picked the Dallas Cowboys.
Pretty obvious. I mean, they had a phenomenal draft if you want to start this off.
I think quite simply, I know CeeDee Lamb wasn't a huge need for them, but when you have a generational talent like CeeDee Lamb, you absolutely have to take him. I think he's going to take that Cowboys offense to another level. They definitely needed another corner. They got that in Trayvon Diggs. I was high on Neville Gallimore. I thought he was going to be a second rounder. Tyler Biotish, I thought he was going to be a second rounder. I thought they got a lot of steals in this draft.
I mean, let's check off the list here. Number 17, CeeDee Lamb. That's a steal. That's a steal. Check on that. Just a great pick when you're talking about generational talent, like you said. Trayvon Diggs, I think, is another steal at pick 51. I've seen him being mocked at the late first round, even early second round. Neville Gallimore, early second rounder. That's another steal. I've watched a lot of great things about Neville Gallimore. Reggie Robinson, that secondary really needs help. So I think that double cornerback pick is going to be good for them. Tyler Biadasz, another check. That's another steal. And then Bradley Anae, the edge rusher. I think that's a steal. He should be a fourth round talent. I'm really mad that the Giants didn't get him, honestly. But Bradley Anae, I think that's a great pick. Defensive end is one of their top needs. I think Bradley Anae is going to be an underdog pick. I think he's going to be a very good player for this Cowboys team. And then going quarterback in round 7, I don't see a problem with that pick. But yeah, really, really good draft to the Cowboys. I think that it's scary how good of a draft they had, really.
Yeah, I really don't think they missed out on any of their picks here. Again, I think Bradley and Nay, I think he honestly could have gone in the third round.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand why he didn't go that high, but again, the Cowboys absolutely nailed this draft, and I think they're gonna be a potentially scary team next year. So they could be a potential sleeper team for 2020. But again, I just want to give a huge shout out to the sports influencer. Again, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Make sure to subscribe to him, and we will later this week be uploading the 2020 NFL Draft loser video on his channel. So make sure to go check that out, and we will see you next time. Later.
Later, guys.